Damnable fool. Wretched spirit, you could have brought destruction on us all. Ah, at least the vital components have withstood the onslaught. Tell me, do you require further knowledge? Because it is expeditious to do so. My master would have this isle cleared as quickly as possible.
The lizard looks about to make sure no one else can hear, leans in and whispers conspiratorially.
And, if you are to become the new Divine, I would much rather be an ally than a foe. After all, the power you wield will be as a great sword to my master's butter knife. There are legions that would follow you, myself included. Your power would be unfathomable. Assuming, of course, you take it for your own. A most excellent decision. Alas, I fear in my excitement I overspoke and potentially promised more than my meager means are able to provide. Your ability to channel Source has sadly already passed the limits of my means. Although let it not be said that I ever shirked my duty. If I cannot gift you one boon, I shall gift you another. It would be such a shame to see this Source be simply left languishing in its current vessel after all. There is neither enigmatic lore nor magical jewel required to open the channels of Source. It is enough to seize it with sufficient force of will, to know that all creatures are nothing but Source and vain hope.
You feel the pull of a far-off connection. You feel the dungeon, the red organic tendrils binding you. Your ears are filled with screams, and you're surprised to find they are your own. Cold pain shoots through your veins, sharp and quick, but cleansing. You can feel your body opening up, filling with the promise of power as your ability to channel Source swells.
Oh, what delectation. Why waste such power on flesh when it can be trapped in the pages of a tome? Now, tell me, is there anything further in which you yearn to be enlightened?
The hulking warrior's eyes dart about in panic, but his voice is loud and strong, even if it does not quite match the movement of his lips.
You have been summoned. Go do your duty, now. Slaughter them all!
Hush now, sweetling. Stress makes it easier. Would you like me to help you?
No! No. It is quite all right. Thank you.
Sweet thing, succulent thing. We are so pleased to see you, but not as pleased as him.
You look into her eyes and see screams. You hear her gaze upon your body and taste her carnal, violent lust, metallic and sharp as a blade in your mouth.
Go. Speak to the Advocate. Make him happy. Bring him pleasure.
Your attention is appreciated, sir, but misplaced. You...
Kill! Kill the bastard! Wear his skin! Dance, citizen!
The elf's face, twisted in a grotesque rage, slowly calms.
I beg your pardon. You need to speak to the Advocate. The lizard by the table. He is waiting.
The blazing blue flame seems to burn your finger the moment you touch the statue, and you yank it back in pain. Somehow, though, your skin is unblemished, yet the discomfort remains. Looking closer, you notice the statue's clerical garb, so similar to that worn by the ghostly priests bonded to the Isle, an unlikely coincidence. The hymn twines around the effigy like winged keeper from stone to dust. The spirit keeps glancing back. A difficult... How can I help? A trembling spirit wrings his hands, his eyes darting around the room. They settle on you.
What are you doing here? What do you want? You mustn't linger. You mustn't remain. One must not mean harm to do it. Please.
His hands shake. He clears his throat.
As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him in its grasp. The demon absorbed all his pain, in exchange for his soul. I was certain we'd only diminish the demon by overwhelming my patient with pain. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor fellow. I began in earnest, but his cries pierced my heart. Even if the treatment could save him, I hadn't the stomach nor the soul for it. So I lied to the others. I told them there was no helping him. I told them to seal us down here, where he could do no harm, where I could guard his prison. Better one soul damned than two. This demon gluts itself on pain. Only the utmost torture would draw him forth. I couldn't do it. I refused to subject myself or my comrades to such barbarism. If you've the stomach for such an ungodly task, I won't keep you from it. Perhaps you could inflict the pain that's needed. But it is a devil's business. We broke the lever for the door when we locked him inside, so that none would ever attempt to free him. No matter what, the demon itself must not be freed. The horrors he would wreak upon our world.
The chains bind their captive. The lever part of the lock mechanism seems to be missing. There is no prise with which to open the door. lever part of the lock... The lever part of the lock... The lever part of the lock...
You should go from here. This is no place for the living, for the sake. It's the silver shaft that's missing. There's an anvil where silver can be properly melted. That ought to do it.
Something delicious.
Where?
Close, watching. But not for you, for Master.
Stand back! Not a foot on these stairs. Whatever words you carry with you, they are warty with futility. I know you for what you are, a mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no use. The advocate knows the tree belongs to the ring. Oh, I can measure the vile depths of your prevarications by the very pulse of this bleeding forest. You lie. You lie. You lie. Steady as the heart, you lie. It is a strong pulse. The strongest I've ever known. Very well. The blood does not lie. But my warning still stands. Stand back. Not a foot on these stairs. He is the serpent that speaks with 1,000 tongues except his own. He is the death of the soul with a smile and a flourish. Heed my second warning. Shun the advocate whose very sentence is a sentence. Through fog we ride, through blood we wade in search of a name. A demon plots, but with his name we will bind him. This sore of bloody branches knows, but will not speak just yet. No matter. There is no remedy against patience and torture.
mine. Prepare yourself.
pestilence has been cleansed. Resume your business. My, you were rather more astute than my initial verdict. A stirring display of violence. As per our terms, the location...
The lizard leans in close, his rancid breath clogging your throat. As you look into the darkness of his eyes, you see an island. You see the winds that will carry you there. You see the way.
Now, Godwoken, we both have what we sought, and thus all guarantees of safety are expired. You need not fear me, but this island hides more dangers than my claws. I recommend you go. But should I find you broken on the beach, I will shed no tears. It is something of a relic. A relic that has had its spirit defiled by the Black Ring. Now, I have work to do. This place must be cleansed, it must be healed. And you must surely know that your welcome is wearing thin. Ankri, Areno Rotomiso.
Can you feel it? The twisted pain. It's everywhere.
Eo Ruvola Ankri, Areno Rotomiso.
Can you feel it? The twisted pain. It's everywhere.
They didn't die quietly. How satisfying.
Eo Ruvola Ankri, Areno Rotomiso.
Can you feel it? The twisted pain. It's everywhere.
They didn't die quietly. How satisfying.
Eo Ruvola Ankri, Areno Rotomiso.
The spirit looks around with wild panic, clawing through its spectral mass with fevered nails.
The demon feeds. The demon feeds from the ring. The demon protects. We must know what the demon protects. The demon has an advocate. The advocate kills. The demon has a secret. We must know the secret.
The spirit's face contorts in agony as it caves in upon itself and is consumed.
Eo Ruvola Ankri, Areno Rotomiso. Godwoken, this tree is beyond sacred and is not for your mortal hands. I am doing what I can to heal it. You would be wise to do what you can and leave. Eo Ruvola Ankri, Areno Rotomiso.